Hello, everyone. Hello, friends. Hope you guys are doing great today. It is March. I think it's March 1st today. Wow. Can't believe it's already March 1st. So today I am painting pottery. I know everybody, a lot of times I do acrylics, watercolor, but I've always, pottery is where I started. And I've been doing a lot of the way we kind of do it at my studio where I teach, our rec center. We make a bunch of stuff, and then at the end we do all our glazing because well, I do firing the whole session, but it's easier to make it all and then glaze it. But anyway, so I made myself some little mugs here. I did glaze the inside already. I glazed them with, I don't have a sample of it, but I will, like I always do, once I get this fired, which will be next week, I will upload a picture of the finished piece on the front of the video, so you'll see the finished piece. Unfortunately, I don't work miracles like some people. Although sometimes I stop the video, then finish it, which I could, but then it's hard to keep track of all the videos that I've started and then have to fire it, and then remember, I'm old. I don't remember which the end of what video starts with the beginning of what video, right? It's just easier to do it this way. So sorry about that. But anyway, the inside is Clayscapes. I know I keep looking up because I get this glare. Clayscapes Aqua. So I guess they still sell this. It's really, they started it out as I've had this stuff for quite a few years, probably at least 4 years or so. But they sold it as a powder. What's weird is that most times you buy a powdered glaze, it is always a dipping glaze. Always. But Clayscapes tried something new where they sold this in a powder form. You add water and it is a brushing glaze. And I love it. I love the size of the container and the lids, and it's just more user-friendly than a liquid glaze. It's lighter weight to ship. You don't have to worry about shipping it during the winter and freezing. If your glazes freeze, they're pretty much garbage. By then you have a lot of problems with them. So anyway, so I don't have a sample, but it's darker than that. So here's what it looks like on the inside. I wish it stayed that color. That's what I was kind of hoping. But it's a little more of like a light royal blue. So I'm really anxious to see it. But I bought I don't know why. It's what I do. It's like what everybody does. When you see something you like and you buy a whole bunch of it, I look around here and I look at all the paints and brushes and all the stuff I have, and you can get carried away. So I'm hoping I like it. I have used it before and I have fired it before, and I remember it being more of a kind of a light royal blue, which I remember not being 100% thrilled with the color, but I thought, well, it'll be okay on these, because these, what I'm going to paint on my mugs today, I have 4 mugs, and I don't know if I'll have time to do all 4 of them in the video, but I did a painting, and I don't know if you can see, and they never look as good on the camera. Like when I look at it here, it looks really good, but anyway, this is the flower that I did. It's on this little 4x4 frame. I don't have it on my website, but I listed it on Instagram for $25. It's so cute. Look at the sides. I'm going to start doing some flower ones, which it's my favorite. But anyway, so the mugs are inspired by that. So let me lower you down. And I got so much stuff going on. Like, look at this. Thanks, Jan from Canada. I finally got these. This is Spectrum came out with these, and I guess they're new because I have never heard of some of these glazes. But this is called Bougainvillea. I think it's Bougainvillea. I thought that was it's French, so but I thought that was silent. But anyway, these are like a hot pink. Now, the one hot pink that I bought is on back order. Then, of course, I got this running hot chowder, which does that. I think it's the pond effect. I could be wrong. I forget. But anyway, I've got, oh, wait a minute. I'm painting eggs for Easter. I might do a video on that. I'm not real thrilled with how the quality of them when I got them, but I like them because you could break them open and put little candy and stuff inside. So that might be a video. Gosh, I got so much. You know how you get so much stuff, you just get overwhelmed. That's me. So, English rose, Myolica rose. These are all pinks. And so, and this is an underglaze. It's a hot pink. You can't find, like I said, I don't know if these are new. I want to get a bright green. But anyway, I want to do some videos on those because I have never seen hot pink like Myolica colors in underglazes. So I'm pretty excited about that. So and here is, if you guys remember the one I did. Now I did upload the video or the updated photo of this for the video I did. And I have to say that I'm not that thrilled with it. A lot of people saw it come out of the kiln and they really liked it. And it's fun. But I would have liked the colors to be a little more muted and not so like bright. And so you can do that by adding white to the colors. Of course, you know, it changes the colors obviously, but I would have liked to have toned them all down with white and just, you know. So anyway, so that's that. There's somebody in my pottery class who really likes it, so I'll probably give it to them. And then here is the plate I did. So what I did was I painted the outside with a green underglaze. And then I put a transfer, sand bow or Ellen transfer onto here. I cut it out first, laid it in here. And then I put a clear over the top and fired it. So that is a transfer. That turned out really nice. But one thing I always say, be careful about how many coats you put on. Can you see how it's kind of milky here? So this probably got more than 2 coats. It just probably pulled there. So when you're putting on clear glaze, I suggest always 2 coats. I don't do 3 coats. So that pulled there a little bit. And real quick, one more. You saw this probably. This turned out cute. I like that. I like how that turned out. It is a little bumpy. I don't know if you can see it because, you know, of all the different colors and the way I glazed it. It's kind of, but it really turned out cute. So that was all done with underglazes and 2 coats of clear on it. So anyway, so let's put those. I just wanted to show you those. I did upload the pictures on the front of the video of where I made them. I hope you guys are doing good. Are you staying warm? It was 62 degrees here yesterday, and today it's like 35 and snowing. So we had a little bit of snow today. Let's see if I can lower you down without. I have to loosen this thing up. There we go. I'm really sorry about that. Good Lord. You know, I don't know why these darn things aren't made to handle these big phones. Oh, goodness sakes. Sorry if you just had a heart attack. Yeah, I mean, I've got a really small case on this phone so that it'll fit in there, and it said it fits these big phones, but oh goodness. So sorry about that if I gave you a heart attack. Okay, so here are my glazes. I'll show you this real quick for the people who don't follow me, or who this is their first time on here. These are my underglazes. They are Amaco velvet underglazes. I don't know the names of a lot of them because I've added colors to them to kind of make them what I want. I know this is jet black, and this is violet, this is turquoise, of course, white. This is intense yellow. I think this is bright orange. This is not chartreuse. I mixed up a colors to make it like a chartreuse. So, and this is bright red. This is like a medium blue, maybe. But, oh, and this is, I don't know if it's forest green. It's not the green I usually buy. I usually buy avocado. But they were out of it. So anyway, I keep them in here in this tray so that it's a lot easier for me to use them. I like to use them like a watercolor palette. So I keep them in there, and then I have a tray here to mix my colors up. So alrighty, let's find my brush here. And so I'm gonna put a flower on the front and a flower on the back. And let's see. You can see all my pretty paper here from my watercolors and my acrylics. So let's see. I'm going to start with my darker color first. So when you're using underglazes, so this is Bisqueware. It's been fired to cone 04. I'm going to put the underglazes on it, and then when it's dry, I'm going to can't even talk. I'm going to put 2 coats of clear on it, and then I'll fire it. So I'm going to put the clear on it with my magic fan brush. It's not really magic, but feels like it. This is my, it's called Amaco number 8. It is the soft, what's it called? Soft fan. CB-618. And you want the one that's nice and thick, not the one that's got 10 little bristles in it or something. And when you're clear glazing, or when you're glazing at all with these brushes, you want to get it down in there. Just push it, pumping it into the glaze jar, and let this fill up with glaze. And then you put all, within 10 seconds, you're putting the whole first coat on. You don't want this section to dry and then this section to dry, and you're glazing so slow that that's how your glaze comes out uneven. And that's why a lot of people just dip them, because you want that first coat to go on evenly. So that's what I use to do and it's nice and soft, and it doesn't smudge. It doesn't smudge your colors. I've never had it smear them, so I hear people saying that they do, but so like I said, I'm going to start with the darker colors first. And I fired a cone. These will be fired a cone about 5.5, because I fired a cone 5, but then I put a 15-minute hold on there. The 15-minute hold allows your glazes, once they get top temperature, boy, this brush is terrible. Once it gets to top temperature, it allows all this organic gases to get out of your clay, come through the glaze, and your glaze heal over before it starts cooling down. Because your clay has organics in it, and so it releases organic gas. So if you don't have all that out of there, I gotta find a different brush. If you don't have that all out of there before you glaze fire, then that's usually how you get like pit marks. I can't think what those are called now, but I will. So anyway, so I fired a cone about 5.5. Now, when you're firing higher fire to these, if you put on 3 coats, you're pretty much guaranteed it's not going to burn out. The more coats you put on, the darker it is. So keep that in mind. But it is, even though I paint like it's watercolors or acrylics, you really can't do that 100%, because if you're really trying to shade and you're only putting 1 coat on, a lot of times that 1 coat will burn out. So, okay, so got that on there. I'm going to put another one on the other side. I'm going to try to line this up a little bit, but yeah, I've got all these projects in the works of things I want to do videos on, and and I've ordered some gym shoes, some white canvas gym shoes to paint. I'm really excited to get those. I'll have to do a video on those too. So with this dark color, this blue, this is not a color that's prone to burning out. The lighter the color, the more prone it is to burning out, of course. But this is not one of those colors that usually burns out. Although brown is one, that'll burn out. And the avocado tends to burn out that green. It kind of burns brown. So, okay, now let's put, so I got the dark color in the back, in the bottom layer. I've got this other light blue. Charlie. Hey. It's my dog, Charlie. Hey, come over here. Come here. Come over, say hi. Huh? Shh. Charlie, here, let's go outside. There we go. Oh, goodness sakes. He's a big pyrodoodle. He's about almost a year old. And I'm using violet here now, but I'm going to add a little bit of water to it. It flows better if it's a little on the wet side. But, when it dries out, it's nice, or when it dries out a little bit, it becomes more intense because you lessen the water, so the pigment becomes more, I don't know. I can't think with him barking. Concentrated. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Gosh. Oh, goodness. So this is violet. I'm going to put a little bit of this in there. Oops. We got a big dog. We thought, the little dogs are yappers. We've had a couple of those, and so then we'll get a big dog. He won't bark much. Well, this one, he barks all the time. Oh my gosh. He drives us crazy sometimes, and his bark is so loud. It's like, oh my gosh. So now I'm using this light blue, and this is just medium blue. It's just medium blue and white that I mixed up. What's nice about Underglazes keeps going. What's nice about the Underglazes is that it pretty much what you see is what you get. They do become more intense. Of course, they come glossy. But I'm going to add a touch of this turquoise. Let me add a little bit of water here. I haven't used these in so long. And they weren't dried out. This case is a a bead tray, and it really does keep them pretty moist. So let's see. So I got a little bit of water into that one. I don't know how this turquoise will look, but there we go. And there's some oolites. Oolites are these little tiny beads. Can you see them on the end of my brush? It doesn't matter if they get on there, but see, there's one right there. They're perfect little beads that form in the glazes when they sit for a while. And so when this is completely dry, I will rub those off. But just wait till it's completely dry. I didn't do a very good job of smoothing this mug down when I made these. It's kind of hard when I make them at the center, because I'm the teacher there, so I'm helping people, and sometimes I can't concentrate. I'm constantly getting up and down and helping some of the beginners, and just whatever anybody else is working on. So sometimes I forget to cover mine, or oh, that's all right. That's all right though. Not a big deal. I can always make more. It's just pottery. Just pottery. That is one thing I like about painting with acrylics, though, or watercolor. When you're done, you're done. What you see is what you get. You don't have to say prayers to the kiln gods that it doesn't blow up in the kiln or your pieces crack. Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what other colors I want to add in this. I think I'm just going to add a couple of this dark purple. I'm going to add a little bit of water. Normally I don't, but these mugs are have a rough surface. I must have been in a hurry or something. I'm tempted to add a little bit of yellow, but my picture had yellow in it, or some hot pink. But I think I'm gonna not do that. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more of this blue on the top. He saw somebody walking over there. My husband, he took the doggy out. He's fine. Yeah, just leave him. He's fine. As long as he doesn't bark anymore. Oh, look, I gotta pick all this cat hair out of here. We got 2 cats, too. And Lord, there is cat hair everywhere. Seems like it's in your food and everything, isn't it? I mean, gosh. I think this will come out pretty. Whoops. Let me add a... I'll hold this up to you as soon as I get done with these colors. There we go. I got... Whoops, I almost dipped it in the brown. But yeah, I have a whole bunch of projects to show you guys. Can't wait to do that. It's just trying to find the time. Although it's easier now that it's cold out because I'm not outside gardening. It was, it was, yeah, yesterday. It was a 62 here, but it was so windy. This is the intense yellow. It was so windy, but I went to our local Home Depot and I got some grass seed, and I've got some of those solar lights for our driveway and some big planters to put them in, because every time I buy them, Charlie runs into them and breaks them off. It's like, oh, it's like, you didn't see that light right there in the ground. So I thought if I got planters to put him in, he wouldn't run into them as easy. Oh, so anyway, so I was out in the garden yesterday doing that, and it was so windy. It was like, it blew me over. I finally had to give up and come in the house. But anyway, so when I was at Home Depot, they ooh, that orange looks good in the that orange started running, and I really like that. I think I'm going to add a few. What do they say about happy accidents? Anyway, at Home Depot, they made us leave the outside area because it was so windy. It was blowing stuff off the shelves out there, like the planters and stuff, and I guess they didn't want us getting hurt. I'm going to put a couple orange in here and see. That'll be interesting to see if these show up. Orange isn't one that usually burns out. Like red, believe it or not, red burns out sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? I'm not sure I like that or not. I'll just put a couple over here. Like I said, it's not very intense. I'm going to put a little bit of red around the outside here, some of these dots. This is a bright red. Normally, when you buy Amaco velvets, they're pretty close to what they're going to end up being, whereas Mako, they're very pale until they're fired. But Amaco's new orange is very pale until that's like, this one I have is a bright orange. You can see it here. It's supposed to be a bright orange, and it's very pale until it's fired, which is, like I said, not their usual style. So let's see here. Let's get some red in here. It's always interesting to see, like I said, what's going to burn out and what's not, because I'm not putting 3 coats of all this on here. We'll just wait and see what happens. And I don't think I'm going to put the black outline on here either. All you guys know how much I love my black outline. It just really makes it pop. But there's so many petals here and stuff, I couldn't, if I tried to outline each one, there'd be too much black. So I'm going to take a little bit of, I got a few dots of this chartreuse green. Just a few. Put a couple over here. I just want the center to be fun, like in the other one. And let's see. I think I'm going to put even some purple. This is a violet. There we go. And like I said, I'll hold this up as soon as I get done with it. think I was dipping in the dark purple on some of those. Shoot. But that won't matter. Hopefully it will turn out pretty. You never know, right? You never know. So, and now I'm going to, I want to add, so this is how, let me rinse my brush. So there's that. And it's amazing to me, the colors just, I bought this new phone. It's the Samsung S25 Ultra, just so these, you know, for the camera. But the colors just don't show up as well. Like when I'm looking at them, they look really pretty. And when I look at the camera, I don't know, they don't look as exciting. But anyway, so that's how that looks. But I'm torn. I want to add a few leaves. I could be sorry that I do this, but I'm going to add a few leaves to here. I just think that of course I love the color green. Something about leaves just kind of finish it off. And I am going to put 3 coats of this. So, and they don't stand out too much. So here's a kind of a dilemma because I've got, so when I'm doing this, I'm pressing down hard and then I'm releasing. See, let me show you how I'm doing that. See, I'm pressing down hard with my brush, and then as I get closer to the flower, I'm releasing, and that makes it thinner. These brushes are, I need some new brushes. I bought myself some new watercolor brushes, but I don't have very many good pottery brushes anymore, or glaze brushes anymore. I guess the minerals, you know, they get down inside the bristles. And I do have the soap. I should get that back out and use that to help clean them out, but I'm not very good about cleaning them, really. I should be better. There we go. So these, I don't think these will burn out. Because like I said, I am doing 3 coats, so to ensure that they don't. And I might, whoops, just threw my brush. I'm going to do just a little bit of yellow in there. Just kind of down the center. To add a little extra interest. I got Charlie sleeping next to me now. He finally wore out. Oh, he can be a handful. My husband buys these bones at the butcher store that have the marrow inside, And he just loves those. So when he's being really, he's like he said, he's a puppy. He's an 80-pound puppy. Anyway, keeps him busy. So there it is. So I don't know. It'd be really interesting. I'm not loving that orange. I don't know. I'm going to leave it in there, though. I mean, it's an experiment. We'll see. It's not the end of the world if I don't like it. And I hope the color in here is I do actually want it a little bit darker because I want it to match one of the colors in here. So, there you go. Now I got 3 more to do. But I hope you enjoyed that. And like I said, I like the Amaco Velvets. I think the color's a little bit more intense than some of the other ones. I know Speedball reformulated theirs, and I know that Amaco has reformulated a couple of their colors, but I have not had very many problems at all of my Amaco Velvets sticking to the kiln shelf because I like to paint the bottom. I'll see if I can lift you up without without that phone falling off. You can see my backyard there. I got a little blanket out there, and I was out there trying to read a book the other day with Charlie one of our warm days. It was so nice. I'm a summer person. I like the warm weather. Forget what I was talking about. Well, the colors. I have had some of the other ones stick to the kiln shelf because, like I said, I usually paint the bottoms of my cups, which I don't think I'm going to on this one. The one thing I have found that's kind of a problem is when you glaze the bottom, if it sticks to the kiln shelf at all or gets a piece from the kiln shelf, especially now since I'm firing most of my stuff in a community kiln, I try to keep the kiln shelves pretty clean. But we get people whose stuff drips on the glaze shelves, and then I got to chip it all off. And anyway, so when you fire and you get chunks on the bottom, then you got to sand the bottom, and you're going to sand off half of your design, and then it doesn't look as good. So I don't know. So people do like when I paint something on the bottom. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do a little leaf or something. Maybe I'll do a little leaf. Let's do a little leaf. I'm going to paint. Here, let's see this. I'm going to put the green on there. Then I've got the chartreuse or the lime green. And then I think I'm just going to put a touch of white. There you go. And that's all I'm going to do. Well, I lied. I'm going to put a little stem. Looks kind of like an avocado. So anyway, so that is my video for today. And I'm going to do another video of my painting stuff. But I thought I would do this today and share it with you guys. And I can't wait to see how it turns out. Then I'll let you know. Should be sometime next week. I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Oh yeah, hit the like and subscribe button thingy.